everybody. The first is narcissism contagious? Or is it like an illness that can get worse? And I would say yes, definitely so. And I will explain why. Because this personality disorder is an effect of narcissism. It's an effect of narcissistic abuse. So my brother, for instance, he definitely was created and made into a narcissist, but he made a choice. He made a choice some 16 years ago because he was not the person that he is now. He was not that abusive person before. I mean, and it was, in this case, what's unusual, what's a little bit unique about my situation is that it might have been being nurtured and under the surface, but I didn't know it. And then but the immediate change in the attack and behavior was all of a sudden. Where I became the scapegoat was just all of a sudden. And that it was completely in line with when my husband was leaving me, and why they weren't at all suspicious about why are we trusting him. I just think that I was a threat to them regardless. Even if he had said nothing, I was a threat to them because I was depressed, I was having heart attacks, I wanted intimacy, I was not a person, I wasn't able to, I wanted to have a close-knit family. And they wanted to look like a close-knit family. And I was starting to figure that out. I thought we wanted the same thing, but I was starting to figure out that they did not want to be a close-knit family. They just wanted to look like one. And that was a discrepancy that I couldn't live with, and so that's where the problem was. And so I had to be scapegoated because I couldn't go along with it. I was there because I really believed that we were this close-knit family, not because I was trying to pretend to be anything. And so, and I really, really held on to this one belief that I know they have a hard time showing me they love me, but I'm sure if I ever really needed them, they would be there. This belief got me through 35 years of life until I knew for certain that was not so. And then after I knew for certain it was not so, they wanted me to go back to believing. They didn't care if I believed it. They just wanted me to act like I believed that it was. They were fine with the fact that they had already blown it, that I already knew that it wasn't true, but that they just wanted me to pretend that I was back to believing it. And that was good enough for them. This was the other thing. It's really taken me, I've only fully really understood this just this year. And my son dying and seeing it there, how they handled that has been a huge looking glass to see everything much more clearly. What you want to do is, if you are a person that has gotten it by proxy, you're acting narcissistic because you're around narcissistic people and that's who you're surrounded with, so you start emulating that. That is something that can be undone should you choose it. If you choose not to, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Here is the case with my brother. My brother had a choice to make. He wasn't a lost cause in the same caliber that my parents are. And he could have chosen at that point that he wanted to learn about narcissistic abuse. He wanted to get some distance from it. He didn't want to become a pathological narcissist himself. Instead, he swallowed the blue pill or the red pill or whatever pill it is that puts you back to sleep, and he went ahead and went that route. And so he is by far more by far more delusional and by far more aggressive and hostile and dangerous now than he used to be. Okay, you guys, thanks a lot. I'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.